Part 1. The Birth of Apple and Early Innovations. Apple began in a small garage in California, founded by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. The company's first computers revolutionized personal computing, offering a user-friendly experience unlike anything else at the time. The launch of the Apple II brought the company into the mainstream with colorful graphics and easy-to-use software, attracting schools and small businesses. Innovation continued with the Macintosh, which introduced the graphical user interface to a wide audience, changing how people interacted with computers. Apple faced challenges in the 1980s with management struggles and internal conflicts, leading to Jobs leaving the company. During this period, Apple released products that failed to capture the imagination of the market, causing concern among investors and customers. Despite setbacks, Apple continued to innovate, launching the PowerBook and other creative products aimed at professionals. The company struggled financially, but remained committed to design excellence and technology leadership. The 1990s saw Apple losing market share to Microsoft, whose Windows operating system dominated personal computing. Apple's brand was still respected, but the company needed a bold move to regain its status. Steve Jobs returned in 1997, bringing a new vision and focus on innovation and simplicity. The launch of the iMac symbolized a fresh start, combining modern design with powerful technology. Apple's resurgence gained momentum with the introduction of iTunes and the iPod, transforming the music industry and showing Apple's ability to innovate beyond computers. The early 2000s marked Apple's growth into a lifestyle brand, making technology desirable, stylish, and easy to use. The company began setting trends, not just following them. Apple's market share in the personal computer market stabilized, and its products gained loyal followers. The brand became synonymous with innovation, quality, and design excellence. Part 2. The iPod, iPhone, and Apple's rise to fame. The launch of the iPhone in 2007 revolutionized mobile technology, introducing a device that combined phone, music player, and internet browser in one. The iPhone became a cultural phenomenon, reshaping the smartphone market. Apple's App Store, introduced in 2008, created an ecosystem for developers and consumers alike, fueling innovation and expanding the possibilities of mobile devices. The iPad arrived in 2010, opening a new market segment between smartphones and laptops. Consumers embraced the tablet for its portability, functionality, and design. Apple's ecosystem strategy strengthened customer loyalty, integrating iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, and iPods into a seamless experience. The company's revenue and profits soared, making Apple one of the most valuable companies in the world. The brand became synonymous with luxury, innovation, and technology leadership. Apple's retail stores redefined the shopping experience, combining sleek design, interactive displays, and knowledgeable staff to create a unique customer journey. The Apple Watch entered the market in 2015, expanding Apple's reach into wearable technology and health tracking. Apple Music and other services allowed the company to diversify beyond hardware, establishing recurring revenue streams. The company continued to innovate in design, software, and services, keeping it at the forefront of consumer technology. Apple's focus on aesthetics, usability, and integration ensured its products remained desirable and influential. Part 3. Global expansion and market challenges. Apple continued expanding globally, opening stores and gaining market presence in Europe, Asia, and other regions. The brand became a symbol of modern technology worldwide. However, competition intensified as Samsung, Google, and other tech giants entered the smartphone and consumer electronics markets. Apple faced criticism over pricing, repairability, and some product decisions, raising questions about accessibility and innovation. Despite challenges, Apple released new iPhone models, MacBooks, and iPads with improved features, maintaining consumer interest and sales. The company experimented with services like Apple Pay, Apple TV Plus, and cloud solutions, creating new revenue streams and staying competitive. Apple's brand loyalty remained strong, with customers appreciating quality, design, and user experience. Innovation continued in subtle ways, from software improvements to better battery life and ecosystem integration. Apple's culture of secrecy and product anticipation helped maintain public interest and excitement around launches. The company faced ongoing legal disputes and regulatory scrutiny, but continued to grow financially and technologically. Apple's story remained one of resilience, adaptation, and continued relevance in the tech world. Part 4: Success, Criticism, and Innovation Fatigue. By the late 2010s, Apple faced challenges with high product prices and perceived slower innovation. Competitors gained ground, offering alternatives that attracted consumers. Rumors about internal struggles and employee dissatisfaction circulated, highlighting challenges within Apple's corporate environment. Despite this, Apple released successful products like the iPhone X and new MacBooks, maintaining its reputation for quality. Financially, Apple remained strong, hitting record revenues and profits despite criticism and market saturation. Innovation fatigue became apparent as new products lacked the excitement and revolutionary impact of earlier releases. Public perception shifted, and Apple began to be seen more as a corporate giant than a groundbreaking innovator. Legal battles and patent disputes contributed to negative headlines, affecting the brand's image. Apple continued innovating in software and services, maintaining relevance in a competitive market. The company invested in new technologies like AR, AI, and health tech. Preparing for future growth, Apple's ecosystem remained a strong selling point, keeping customers loyal across devices and services. Part 5: Competition, Strategy, and Diversification. Critics questioned whether Apple could continue leading in innovation as competitors caught up in technology and design. Analysts warned of slowing growth in smartphones and market saturation, suggesting challenges ahead for Apple. Apple faced the difficult task of balancing innovation, profitability, and customer expectations in a rapidly evolving tech landscape. Despite obstacles, Apple continued to release refined products and update its ecosystem to retain user loyalty. The company maintained its premium brand image, emphasizing design, quality, and seamless integration. Apple explored new opportunities in services, wearables, and software, diversifying its business model. Global expansion remained important as Apple sought growth in emerging markets while strengthening its presence in established ones. The company's story became one of adaptation, maintaining relevance while facing new challenges and competitors. Apple's resilience and focus on long-term strategy helped it navigate difficult periods in its corporate history. Part 6: Modern Challenges and Apple's Legacy. By the late 2010s, Apple faced criticism for high prices and slower innovation. Competitors like Samsung and Google were gaining ground in smartphones and technology. Rumors circulated about internal struggles and employee dissatisfaction within Apple, but the company continued to release successful products like the iPhone X and new MacBooks. Financially, Apple remained strong, hitting record revenue and profits. However, innovation fatigue set in, and new products lacked the wow factor of earlier years. Public perception shifted. Apple was now seen as more corporate than revolutionary. Legal battles and patent disputes also created negative headlines. Despite challenges, Apple continued to innovate in software and services, investing in AR, AI, and health technologies. The company's ecosystem kept customers loyal. Critics questioned whether Apple could maintain its status as an innovation leader, while analysts warned of slowing growth and market saturation. Apple now faces the challenge of balancing innovation, profits, and customer expectations, striving to maintain its influence in the tech world. The story of Apple is a journey of triumph, challenges, and relentless pursuit of innovation, a legacy that continues to shape the technology landscape today.